Bless up, bless up, bless up. Good evening to everybody. You already know what it is. It's your little brother Prince Judavon Cosma coming back to y'all with another little presentation real quick. Special presentation. Oh, it was just 922. Salute to my best friend, my partner, my sister. You know what I'm saying? My beautiful girlfriend since high school, my first love. I love you, Janelle. Listen, you know that. And I respect you. I hope you ain't mad at me. I should be calling you right now, but I gotta get this lesson off. But yeah, salute to everybody. I'm gonna be talking today about again OWASP as you see it on the screen. Salute to the students of Millennium Zion, the students of Jaja Kingdom. Uh, Salute to all of the Creative Gangs. You already know what it is. Salute to the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. This is another presentation coming to you live from your little brother, man. I hope this is a benefit to everybody who hears it and who taps in for a little bit. I don't want to do too much, but we're going to jump off this lesson with some music as just to get everybody, in the right energy. But before I do that, today I'm going to just give y'all a little not disclaimer, but we're going to start off in the book of Tay today. I decided that I'm going to do my best to just go through from top to bottom on OWASP. Every now and then I might do a topical lesson or just come from a totally different book. Who knows? We don't always have to read OWASP. Sometimes I might come straight out of the Bible. I can pull some good out of the Bible too. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to read it all. Students of Millennium Zion, the students of Jaja's Kingdoms, it don't stop. It's countless libraries in Creator's Kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people who love to read and like to study. We want to give y'all a safe space to be able to express your thoughts and questions and be able to study together and come away with a solid, comprehensive understanding. What all you're getting gets you understanding, right? So again, we're going to be back at it with another OWASP presentation after a few words from the undergrads. Salute to the undergrads, man. Salute to FGK Capone. Yeah, we got this one. We're going to be in the book of Tay today, so we got to jump off with Tay's prayer. Salute.
Tay's prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Tay's prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. They pray deep where the pain don't hide. Down in the dirt where the hurt reside. He spoke one truth and the cloud slid wide, letting sun hit the block like a shift in the tide. They asked first, Father, make the unseen near, and the sky bow down just to make things clear. Teach me truth, let the pride disappear. Show me my flaws so the past steer clear. I seen broke hearts start breathing again. Seen doubts creep in when the spirit descend. When you call from the depth, ain't no falling back in. Jehovah raise you up, no Lord contends. Take away self, let the weakness confess. Turn a soul from the chaos to a place of rest. Seen a lost man stretch past the chains and the nets, cause the purpose stood firm under pressure and stress. Tay's prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Tay's prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. I came from the low where the hurt sit deep, where the nights get long and the hope gets weak. But Tay's prayer hit, woke the pain out of sleep, made the whole hood feel what the wise ones speak. Make me strong in me, and the chains fell down. Turn an unheard voice to a well-known sound. Fear is a thief, steady blocking your crown, but the truth punched through, knocked the lies to the ground. Light up the heart, ditch the self-made clout, make the inner man glow, cause he truly devout. Seen deep wounds close from the inside out, seen a man gain hope where he once had doubt. OSB gave game that the world don't teach. Truth so complete, you can feel it in speech. Every lesson a reminder why we push for the peak, and only putting words to action bring the goal in reach. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowing what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt, and when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowing what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt, and when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Now the Cosmo and Erba got the world on shift. Dark clouds take flight like Ethereum ships. Souls lost in the rifts and the messenger swift, bearing orders from Jehovah on a heavenly writ. They walk first, so the pathway clear. Ask Creator for the truth, no vanity near. Make me upright, Father, keep my vision sincere. Let the old world fade, bring the new world here. I seen hope stay warm in the season of cold. Seen faith carry man down a beaten road. I seen the spirit hold firm with a massive load. Seen man stand pat when the plan unfold. Every creed that we chant get intention now. Every seed that we plant seek ascension now. Let Jehovah in your heart, ain't no stressing you out. Releasing all the tension that's been pressing you down. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up those souls that been sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt, and when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up those souls that been sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt, and when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud.
Bless up, bless up, bless up. Salute to the Creative Gang Music, Creative Gang Productions. Salute to FGK Capone. And salute to Bronze Yogi. Dig what I'm talking about. You know, we all do music in the Creative Gang for the most part. Everybody do something. You know what I mean? Write, poetry, draw. We got community organizers. We got single mothers. We got imams. We got, everybody in the gang, man. So, yeah, salute to y'all. Big up yourselves for tuning in with your little brother. I surely appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and your comments. This is, like I said, we just trying to elevate, just level up a little bit with some information, all right? So let's get into this special lesson. Today, I wanted to bring out, we're going to get down to the Book of Tay. I already read this intro multiple times on other videos. Y'all can go back and check it out for yourselves. But Owaspi it means sky, earth, spirit, and it's simply a practical guidebook to the spiritual life. All right? Y'all can go back and read all of that beautiful information and all of what is contained in Owaspi. You can read it for yourselves. You don't have to be mealy-mouthing about a book you ain't never read, looking ignorant. And it's okay to be ignorant, but to just be plain stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you ignorant, somebody could show you some light. But if you a dummy, you big dummy, and you just can't get it, you don't want the light, then you a drunk. You a low vibrational inner entity now as immortality. You ain't got to wait to become a demon. You already acting like one because you can't and won't receive no type of higher light. You know what I'm saying? But that's fine. We're going to get you right eventually. Eventually you will get it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. I just want to salute to the haters, the jaw jackers and the naysayers as well. Y'all, we love y'all too. Y'all can get it on the one in time. All right, so today, I told y'all before in another video that this first book of Owaspi, it looks like it's pronounced Tay, like we just heard in the song, Tay's prayer is the words I be leaving them out. But it's actually pronounced Tay, right? You can say it either way, but I like it pronounced Tay because I have a stepdaughter, my beloved special daughter. I don't know why me and Tylea were meant to be best friends and support each other in this journey of life. She is a gift to all of us. And while I'm talking about it, let me show you how pretty her smile is. That's my Ty J right there. Yeah. Her and her mama. Salute to my Nelly. Janelle Alyssa, that's my art school sweetheart, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't look too hard now. You know what I'm saying? But this smile, that smile is something special, man. And the word Ty, which is her name, Tylea Jade, we call her Ty, but Ty, we're going to learn about what that represents today. All right. So you got a special name, daughter. Just know that. We're going to talk about, I've already told you this before, but you know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to know these Cosmonian babies that I got under my wing and in my heart is about to come out helping everybody. You're welcome. No, I'm just playing. Salute to all the good fathers, good mothers, everybody trying their best, man. To raise these babies is the most important thing that we need to be doing. Is raising our children to understand how to pray, how to do good every day, and when they fall short, to know that the Creator's still with them. And they don't got to fear, you know what I'm saying, Him ever turning them away. No, Creator's everywhere, right now, today, in Cosmon. And we're going to learn today. All right, let me not talk too much longer. May this be may this broadcast be for the benefit of all mortals and angels and us who hear it, as we all strive to do our best for one another in Creator's ever-present virtue. All right, let's get this. Ty's prayer. What is Ty? We're going to read it right now. Ty's prayer. Chapter 1. Ty's prayer. Jehovah, the Creator, he said, I blew my breath upon the planet, and man comes forth, inquiring, who am I? What is my destiny? So I send an elder brother of man to teach him and show him the light. God said, behold me, O man. I'm your elder brother. I have passed through death and found the glory of the unseen worlds. Jehovah gave to me, your God, your brother, dominion over the earth and her heavens. Man said, I have found truth in corpor, in the physicality of things. I know that I live, that trees grow and trees die. This is true knowledge. Give me truth regarding the unseen in a way that I can prove it's true. And in the stirring up of man's soul, Jehovah spoke through his sons and daughters. Pause for just a second. You see a 4 right there. We didn't see the 1. We skipped over the 1. We skipped over the 2 and the 3. And we didn't came down to the 4. But no problem, because all we got to do is just slide to the left. Slide to the left. All right. We're at the word 4. What does it say? Let's go back. Okay. And in the stirring of man's soul, verse 6, Jehovah spoke through his sons, his, capital H-I-S, that's 4. So when you go over here, it says, the Creator has had many names and is also feminine. And this will be explained later on in philosophy, which it will. The Creator is all that was, is, and ever shall be. When it says he, it's not saying it in the form of the Creator having testicles, okay? And when we say her, the great mother, all parent, it's not referring to physical attributes. The Creator is all in all. Okay, so we'll get to that later. But I just wanted to show y'all that if you ever see something that that has that number, just slide over to the left and you'll be able to see what it's about. All right? All right, we're going to keep pushing. Start from verse 6 from the top. This is the Owaspi, Sky Higher Spirit, the first book, Ty's Prayer, chapter 1, verse 6. And it states, and in the stirring of man's soul, Jehovah spoke through his sons and daughters. His voice came up out of the marsh and down from the heavens above. And the children of men heard and saw, and rose up because of the spirit within them. And they responded to him who was almighty. They all who asked these questions responded to him, and their voices collectively were called Tai, because it is the universal word of all children born. So it represents the universal prayer of man, all humankind, humanity as a whole. So if you could imagine everybody praying at once, that one voice, all on the one, is called Tai. Ain't it beautiful? I'm proud of you, Jade. Your name is fire. Tylea Jade, your name is fire. So anyways, let's keep pushing. Tai said, or Tai or Tay, however you say it, but Tai said, as a question, she said, reveal, reveal, oh Father. This is the prayer, y'all. Listen. Tay said, reveal, oh Father, give me light. I can see the wide earth. I can see the sun, the moon, and stars. But the great vault of heaven, the sky, it appears to be just an empty sky. Where is the dwelling place of those who died? The place of the souls of men. Where do the men, what happens when someone dies? Where do they go? In the old times past, you quickened seers and prophets, and through them you lifted up your children, and you proclaimed that there were other worlds. Am I less worthy of those past ages? All the while my forefathers, and now I, have abided by your mighty presence right here with us right now. And by your hand, you have quickened my consciousness to be dissatisfied with the old revelations and made me peer deeper into the cause and place of things, and to desire further light from your holy place. By your power, my manhood, my womanhood, if you're a woman, has been raised up. Only by your power and wisdom will I be appeased. See, I want to know things. When I was a child, I just believed as a child because it was told to me. But now that I'm grown, I desire to know who your prophets were. Who are your true prophets? And how did they attain their gifts and their wisdom and words? The cosmogony also, the how, what, when, why, and where of the creation of the universe, the cosmos. You taught in ancient time, the cosmogony, the system and order of the universe that you taught in ancient times was sufficient for that day. But now I'm raised up by you to receive comprehensive knowledge that I can comprehend. I need to be able to get it. You need it to make sense. Let me start that verse again. Verse 12. The cosmogony, which is the creation of the universe, you taught in ancient days was sufficient for that day. Remember Galileo and uh, um, y'all know what I'm talking about. All them Greek philosophers of the old times who had the world is flat. It's not, everything revolves around the earth. That's how they had the cosmogony in the ancient times, and it was sufficient for that day. But now I'm raised up by you, O Jehovah, to receive a comprehensive knowledge of the sun and the stars and of other worlds and of their travel in your great firmament. Tai said, and now I cry out to you. Where is the promised heaven? Where is heaven at? Where is the proof of immortal life? By you I was quickened into life and made conscious that I am alive. To you I come in the majesty you made me. You, my Father. By you I was made, determined to sift all things to the bottom and get to the bottom of it all. I was made to get to the bottom of it. And in you I know there is capacity to encompass all my holiest desires. And I know you can answer me. Give me of your light, O Father. When I was a child, I called to you as a child. And now I call out in my manhood. To the sisters, they calling out in their womanhood. And you bestowed upon me that you have bestowed upon us. We grown now, we're a little older. We don't got to just believe whatever we hear. We kind of want to know a little bit more comprehensive knowledge. We want to know your lords, your true righteous gods, what the saviors are, and your promised heaven. I have scaled the mountain, been hiked up Yosemite, been hiked up the all of these beautiful mountains we got out here. The countless corporeal worlds. I seen Will Smith climbing up an ice mountain in Antarctica somewhere a while ago. And what you doing out there, Will? But look, we didn't scale the mountains. We didn't have the countless corporeal worlds traveling in the eternal sea of space speak of your handiwork. I have perceived that all the stars in heaven would not fit in the hollow of your hand. That's facts. That truly your breath moves the universe. Facts. The glory of your works, O Creator, has inspired me with fervor to come into your mighty home. Speak, O Jehovah, you alone can satisfy this soaring spirit that sprang from you inspired. Give me, give us light, O Father. I have encompassed the earth and bridged its nations with assimilative words, and my geography is finished. Oh, give me a book of heaven. Give us a book from heaven, from the libraries of the unseen. I have burrowed deep into the corporeal knowledge. I have seen the drift of all the earth. Where is the spiritual world in the land of the dead? Give me light. Oh, give me light. So this is Ty's prayer. And again, this is chapter 1. We just went through chapter 1. Hope y'all got some understanding. We're going to go back to this verse that I highlighted so y'all can know without a doubt that Ty, let's read this verse. Actually, let me just go back up a little bit to right here, verse 6. That's fine. In the stirring of man's soul, Jehovah spoke through his sons and daughters. His voice came up out of the marsh and down from the heavens above, and the children of men, that's all of us, heard and saw, and rose up because of the Spirit in us. And we all, all the children of men and daughters, responded to the Almighty, and all of their voices were called Ty, or Tay, however you want to say. Because it is what? What is it? What is Tay? What is Ty? Ty is the universal word of all children born. Uh, uh. So it represents the universal prayer of mankind, humankind. So the whole earth, everybody praying together. What are we all praying for? World peace. So everybody, when we all praying, what's the name? Say her name. Ty. No, I'm just playing. But you know what I'm saying though. Everybody, when we're all together on the one, praying for the highest good, the highest purity of man that we could possibly conceive. That energy, that passion, that, what did it say, vigor from all of our souls to the Creator is collectively called Ty. And you wonder why she's my stepdaughter. Or I don't even like saying the word stepdaughter, to be honest, but I respect. You know what I'm saying? It's respect. But anyways, that was chapter 1. Salute, salute, salute to everybody hearing my voice tonight. I hope y'all getting some understanding about how Creator linked us all together as one. We are one family of faithists. You dig what I'm saying? Um, yeah, so let's keep going. I'm gonna go chapter 2. I'm gonna keep reading. I'll probably read through this whole book real quick. I don't know how many chapters. Oh yeah, it's just one more chapter. Yeah. All right, so Ty's prayer, chapter 2. Again, may this be for the benefit of everybody who hears it. May it be uplifting to you and give you some energy to keep rocking with the Creator and standing 10 toes on righteous business. You feel what I'm saying? It's all good. All right, let's go. Chapter 2, Ty's prayer. Jehovah heard Ty's prayer, and he answered him. He said, "Let the angels of heaven go down to the earth. My blessed son calls to me in wisdom and truth." The angels of heaven descended to the earth, for it was in the early days of Adonai. Remember I told y'all Adon is 200 years. A time of great spiritual light. Yeah. Yeah. The angels of heaven descended to the earth. Shoo! Jehovah said, "Hey, listen, I hear Tay down there. I hear Ty praying. Go down there and help uh, lift them up in wisdom and truth." See that? The angels quickly, boy, swift messengers. Zoom, 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 zoom. And it was in the early days of Adonai, which is a time of great spiritual light, aka like Cosmos. Yeah, this whole 3,000 year period is a great time of high spiritual light. In the firmament of heaven, and the angels manifested and they proved the immortal life of man. Let's check out that's little 12. This is the spiritualism movement. Uh-oh. 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 Hold on. Yeah, this is fun. Check this out. Let me read that again. And the angels of heaven, sure enough, descended to the earth. For it was in the early days of Adonai, a time of great spiritual light in the firmament of heaven, and the angels manifested and proved the immortal life of man. This was the spiritual movement, which flourished from about 1849 to 1882, being capped by the publication of Oahspe. Yeah, there was a movement of high spiritual light just recently, about 178 years ago. You know, there was a huge, y'all can look all this up. And a lot of the naysayers, and I'm not trying to, I'm just trying to read, I'm not trying to teach tonight. I'm really just trying to read through Tay's prayer, but it's only 2 chapters, so I'll take a little second for this. Because it is important to know the history. In the 1849 to 1882, there was a thing called the spiritualist movement in America and all over the world. And people were saying, these people are witches. These people are doing seances. These people are communing with the spirits of the dead. This is a cult. It really wasn't a cult. It's just the Creator has a time, these Danhas, times of light, when the angels manifest to men to show you and prove to you that this spiritualism stuff that the Creator got going on ain't fake. Yeah, your grandmama and them ain't just gone to somewhere like you, some far away. Listen, listen, listen. It happened already. The angels already manifested to people in real time, showing what y'all would consider spooky videos of chairs being moved by seemingly nothing there, right? Cups being lifted up, pens being stuff writing on paper, just like y'all believe in the Bible where there was a hand that wrote on the wall. Daniel saw Belshazzar's at Belshazzar's party. They was getting down off that yak. They thought they was blasted out their brains, seeing something crazy on the wall. A hand was writing, right? Yeah, we saw that in the 1849. They were seeing pencils just writing on paper with nothing there. And call me crazy if you want to. Just look it up. I'm just saying. I don't want to get too far off the track because you know how I get sometimes. But the reality of the matter is there was a spiritualism movement in this around the world, and people were tripping, and still to this day it's movies about it. You know what I mean? But it's nothing spooky. It's sometimes it seems crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, but it's just real it is. We're gonna talk about all of this slowly. Don't let it be overwhelming to your soul. I want this to be beneficial. All right. Just know that your ancestors are still alive. Hallelujah. Clap it up. Praise to the Creator. We got eternal life. We already knew this. All right. So let me get back. Let me get back to it. Oh, chapter 2. Ty's prayer. Again, Ty is the collective prayer of all humanity. Jehovah heard that collective prayer from Ty, and he answered. And he said, let the angels of heaven go down to the earth. My blessed sons call to me in wisdom and truth. And the angels of heaven descended to the earth, for it was in the early days of Dana, a time of great spiritual light in the firmament of heaven, and the angels manifested and proved the immortal life of man. That was a spiritualist movement, right? And this has happened before, but yeah. Verse 2, Jehovah said, let this day be the beginning of the reign of Cosmon, the new era now upon us. For it is the beginning of the wisdom of earth joined with the wisdom of heaven in my name. Oh, snap. Let's check out 13. So the Cosmon is the beginning of physical awareness united with spiritual awareness. It's the balance today. Cosmonians, we are born for this time. Not just because you didn't know it, don't mean it ain't what it is. Just because a person don't see the sun shining because they're blind, don't mean the sun ain't shining. It's cosmon. I mean, you don't have to believe it. Like I said, you don't got to believe nothing. You ain't got to believe nothing. You can turn this video off right now and go on about your day. Say that nigga crazy. All right, so check it out. Jehovah said, let this day be the beginning of the reign of Cosmon, the new era now upon us. For it is the beginning of the wisdom of the earth joined with the wisdom of heaven in my name. And Ty said, yet not even this is half answered, O my Father in heaven. Since you have proved the immortal life, you have proved it. You stirred me to my soul's foundation. Where do these inhabitants of the unseen world, where they come from? Where lies this heavenly footstool of your majesty? If, when I'm dead, I shall see this place, is the germ of that sight not already in me? Can I somehow perceive that now? If I'm there, if I'm heading there, is the germ, is there a concept, is there a framework, a practical way for me to understand that in me now? How am I made to see? But I don't see that. Hear, but I don't hear this. If I am now dead to that which is to be, will I will I not then be dead to what is here now? If I can't see the angels now, when I'm an angel, am I gonna be able to see the same? Is it all gonna be? How does it work? We want to know this at this age now. Can you give us the light, oh Father? Oh Jehovah, ever present. Jehovah, I said, I gave a corporeal body to man and woman so that he could hear and learn corporeal things. But I made death, well, let me highlight this, so that man could rise in spirit as an angel and inhabit my Ethereal worlds. If you got a OSP, you need to highlight this text right here. This is a memory verse. Students of Millennium Zion, you gotta check this verse, because Jehovah said, "I gave a corporeal body to man so that you could learn from the environment in this corporeal world, physical world. But I made death not as a punishment, not because of sin. No, He told Ty, when Ty was praying, Ty said, we want to know what happens, where we go, all this stuff. He said, look, I made you to learn. I gave you a physical body so you could learn the physical world. But I made death also so that you could rise up into the spirit as an angel and inherit my Ethereal worlds. Verse 15 says, Ethereal worlds are heavenly worlds, right? So in order to get to heaven, you got to die. Death was made so that your spirit can come out, surprise, and inherit the atmospherian kingdoms, and then eventually the Ethereal worlds. Heavenly worlds which exist in the highest heavens. You can't get there unless you die. That's why Creator made it. The corporeal eye peering up into the vastness of interstellar space. It looks mostly empty, right? Looks barren. But to the spiritual eye and ear, it is filled with innumerable, countless worlds, wondrous worlds, awe-inspiring, full of beauty and joy, full of beauty and joy. I bet you the angels, I bet my bottom dollar, matter of fact, the angels wish that they could tell us how beautiful it is, but we can't even comprehend the amount of beauty that's right above. That's probably why we got the filters called eyeballs, because we probably be like too excited. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be ready to drown yourself to get up there. If you knew that death was just death is not a punishment. Now don't go out there hurting yourself because of excitement to go to heaven. Anyway, I digress. Where was I at? Excuse me. Jehovah said, I gave a corporeal body to man so that he could learn corporeal things. But I made death so that he could rise as an angel and inherit my Ethereal worlds. Going up and up, going to a brand new city. New worlds. Up and up. Ty said, you made both the seen and the unseen. Yeah, are they at war or are they in harmony? Are sorry, my nose is a little stuffy, y'all. What Ty say? He said, you made both the seen and the unseen. That's right. The question is, are they at war or are they in harmony? My corporeal body is made of earth, flesh, and stone, materials, and bone, and water. Is the spiritual body then not made of air, oxygen, hydrogen, and imperceptible dust? The angels you have sent have feet and legs. Why? Why do they walk? Do they walk on the air or wade through it? All valid questions. How come the angels always look like men and women? Why they walk? Perhaps because they once were a human, a mortal. Do they walk on the air or do they wade through it? Do they have wings? Or say they have, I'm sorry, let me slow down. I'm moving a little bit too fast. The angels that you have sent, they have feet and legs. Why? Do they walk on the air or wade through it? They have no wings. They cannot fly. They say they have not seen the illustrious angels who have long been dead. Must I also go into the S world, the spiritual world, or heaven, simply to meet my neighbors and never salute the wise of ancient days? Give me the light, O Jehovah. So what the question here is, do I gotta go? Do I gotta die first before I get any type of wisdom from those people who've died before me? Like how does it work? Like if somebody died 10,000 years ago, right? When I die, do I get to meet them, or like what is it? How does it work? I know they ain't got wings. All the angels that we've seen, even in the Bible, when they see an angel come down to a prophet, and the prophet get terrified because the angel showed up, and he fall on his face and worship the angel say, "Hey man, I'm just like you. I'm your brother. Stand up on your feet. Praise the Creator. Don't praise me." You see that? Why is it always the angel looking like a man? He looking like a man. He looking like a man. Why? Because the angels are one-time mortal men and women and children, just like you and I. You know what I'm saying? But just a practical understanding, not to make it extra complicated. We know in the Bible they got 7 wings and all this, but right here it say we didn't ones we seen didn't have no wings. So we just bring in a simple, practical way. This is the Book of Ty in Owaspy. I don't want to get too convoluted. All right, so let's keep going. If y'all getting some understanding, please spend some vortexes, like, share, subscribe, and comment. I don't have my Cash App up right now, but I will put it up there. If y'all would like to bless me in that way, bless the students of Millennium Zion Ministry, however you want to do it, I ain't turning down no love. So yeah, we could do that later on too. But right now I ain't got that set up right. But and I think when I do set my Cash App up for that, all the donations probably just gonna go straight to my daughters. Period. So yeah. Anything y'all seeing to just be going to them for books, backpacks, anything like that for their studies. You dig? All right. Here we go. Verse 8. Let me start from verse 7 one more time, and then we'll keep moving on. Now I'm just going to finish out the chapter, y'all. All right. The angels you have sent have feet and legs. Why? Do they walk on the air? Do they wade through it? They have no wings. They cannot fly. They say they have not seen the illustrious angels who have long been dead. Huh. That's interesting, right? Let me pause right here real quick and I'm going to keep going. I promise. So, let me just say it like this. There's levels to heaven, right? So it's the first resurrection, which I got a lesson I'm priming out right now on first, second, and third resurrection. But the first resurrection, when you cross over, I don't want to move too fast. Let me not move too fast. I don't want to move too fast. But it's levels, right, to the atmosphere. So when you cross over, you might not see Moses, right? You might not see Moses right away. You might not see Jesus right away. Why? Because them niggas is hella high up. They've been rising since they died. 2,000 plus 4,000 years. They already off the earth level. They're out of the earth atmosphere. They're in this outer space called Etheria. It take a little time to get up that way. They might come down and visit you. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's why I guess Tay was praying that in this when this was, and we still praying that to this day, right? So the ones, let me start this verse again. I don't know why I'm stuck on this verse, but I'm just going to keep rocking. The angels you have sent that we have seen have feet and legs. Why? Do they walk in the air? Do they wade through it? They don't have wings. They cannot fly. And they said that they have not seen Moses. They didn't see Yeshua. They didn't see the illustrious angels who have been long dead. So the question is, must I go into the S world, the spiritual world in heaven, simply to meet my neighbors and to never salute the wise of the ancients? So I'm just going to meet the people around me, huh? Just my family and friends. I ain't going to never see the ancients. Give us some light on this subject. That's what we asking. Just As a collective humanity, the human race as a whole, the highest light of what we can ask for understanding as is Ty. He said, and Ty is asking this. Verse 8. Something within me makes me appreciate the light and glory of what I have not seen, but I must have a tangible and demonstrable proof. Uh, I must have it tangible and demonstrable. The pure truth. It got to make sense. You have given me an inquiring spirit. I'm curious. This is all of us. This is the collective humanity. We all feel this way. There ain't no getting around it. You can lie to yourself, but everybody thinks the good people. Every good person has these questions. You've given us an inquiring spirit so that I must prove all things by my own satisfaction. How, when, then, O Jehovah, shall I find growth from my own members so that I can know the S world and its inhabitants? I will not be appeased by merely seeing the spirits of the dead or by their testimony. They may call themselves God, Christ, Buddha, Brahma, Allah, Confucius, or Jesus, yet I will not rest on them or their word. I will put forward my plea to you only, Creator, O Jehovah. I'm your son, your daughter. You have quickened me and all of us to know things by our own knowledge. We can think for ourselves. I don't need a God to tell me. I don't need Confucius to tell me. And even though it is told to me, thus saith the Lord your God, yet I will rise my voice above them. Even though a spirit says, I am your Jehovah, believe me, and I will deny him. Believe me, I will deny him. Check it, for real. I don't care. If a spirit show up to you telling you better understand this today. In this 2026, if you see an angel come up to you talking about it's God, don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing at all. What's up? What's the message? Because that's what's important. You come up here talking about you God and you want me to go over here and drop a bomb on somebody, you a false God, and you can kiss my black ass because I've been commanded not to kill. See that? And so you can't just, it's different. You got to know spirituality is a system in order to this thing. It ain't just whatever foo-foo, spooky ghost and Ghostbusters games. No. You dig what I'm talking about? So as a collective human race, all good people have asked these questions. What happens when you die? Where's heaven at? For real. I look up in the sky, I don't see nothing. That's what ties say. You know? So here we go. You have quickened me to know things by my own knowledge. And though it is told to me, thus saith the Lord your God, yet I will rise my voice ever above them. And though a spirit says, I am your Jehovah, your creator, believe me, I will deny him. For you have quickened me to rise up above all tales of the ancients and to demand knowledge from your throne. That's what you told me. Go to you. You, daddy. Even my big brother Jesus said, pray to the Father. By you my soul is moved to this magnificence. And only your magnificence can satisfy your son or your daughter. Ty said, as to the spirits of the dead, I desire to know their dwelling places, how they live, and how they travel, their manner of growth, how they eat, what they wearing, and how they spend their time, whether they labor or live idly. And above all, I want to know what they're doing, what they're up to. But above all, I want to know to what extent and in what way their corporeal lives, when they lived as mortals, affected their spiritual happiness in heaven. That's very important. Because I want to be able to traject to a high level. I know I got my little vices that I deal with. So I want to learn how I can shake that to shoot myself to a high station where I can find people on my same resonation. You know what I'm saying? We resonate 10 toes on creator where we at. Not judging each other, tearing nobody down, but just building each other up. Best we can. Best we know how, having fun. You know what? Y'all already know how we do it. You know how we do. Creative gang in this thing. Salute to the students of Millennium Zion, man. The students of Creators Kingdom. Y'all already know what it is, man. This ain't nothing new to us. It's just true to us. It resonates because Creator is. Where are the spirits of the dead? I desire to know how they living, where they traveling, how they grow, what they eat, where they clothes, what they wearing, what they kicking, where they kicking it. You see what I'm saying? Simple stuff. Every good person has to ask these questions. Salute to Ty, because she is a good daughter. I love that her name is the same as the highest light of prayer for all of humanity. Who knew? You know what I'm saying? Salute to her uncle who she was named after, Tyleek. He passed on. Salute. You know what I'm saying? It's all love how it works because we're not scared of death over here. We're not scared to talk about angels and ghosts and demons. No, no, we know it's a part of creation. The angels are not a separate part of creation. It's all one. It's all one. And this prayer from OASP, out of OASP, out of our text for today, you dig? It shows you that the collective prayer of all humanity asks what happens when we die. Verse 13. Oh, we got a few more pages. A few more verses. All right, let me push on. If y'all been rocking me this long, like, share, subscribe, man. Put some encouragement in there. I'm sorry if I'm boring y'all. I don't want to bore you with it, but I just really love this. And again, when I found out it was Ty, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just too pretty. This is just the most adorable. Salute to the most adorable of all. Jehovah, our creator. All right, let's keep going. Verse 13 says, I desire to know too, also, how it is with the ancients. Make it clear, O Jehovah, the heavens and the ways of my forefathers, for I would apply your lessons wisely. The wisdom of today I would weigh against the crucible of the past and set my star to the future well prepared. You see that? We want to be able to set our star to the future well prepared. So we ask good questions. Every good student asks good questions. Ty asks good questions. Another good question is, what then, O Father, is your judgment upon the world today? For I desire to know how to live so that tomorrow may prove an everlasting glory. Make it plain. Make plain the ways of heaven and earth, O my Creator. I would know your creation, so that my just place in your wide universe may become known to me. Give me light, O Father, not by word of mouth. I will have my members quickened so that I can comprehend within myself. Then Jehovah, the Creator, spoke, and he said, to all my sons and daughters, men and women, I gave two senses, corporal and as physical and spirit. Act like you got some sense, because you got two of them. You got physical senses, whoosh, that thing together. And you got spiritual senses. They work the same. Get that thing together. You got sense, act like you got some. In the time of Cephas, what is Cephas? In the time of Cephas, right? That's enforced culture. We'll get deeper into that in the book of Ben in a second. But in the time of darkness, because I told you there's Danhas, where there's a high time of high spiritual light, like in the 1940s, right? That was a high time of spiritual light, which means the heavens was resonating to the mortals and showing us higher light, which is right now. But then there comes times of darkness, right? And in times of darkness, we get stuff like police forces and SWAT teams and all of these enforcers, judges, and you know what I'm saying, to enforce culture upon the people. And a lot of times it's not a good time period. So whenever I see a police car, I'll be like, oh, there go Big Brother Cephas trying to enforce some shit on somebody. But that's our big brother, you know what I mean? Salute. He just better know we got a father. All right. Salute to Cephas. All right, but in the time of Cephas, which is now finished, by the way, past it, I allotted the time for man to mature corpor, materially. But now the time of Cosmon has come, the new era, and man shall mature spiritually. Amen. Clap it up. If you're getting some understanding, spin some vortexes, drop some balances for the Cosmonian era, Cosmon era. You feel me? This is a time of balance between material, physical, corpor, and spiritual things. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are in the land in the time of Cosmon. If you didn't know that, now you know that. We got 4 more verses, and we out this thing. Thank y'all for tagging along with your little brother. I appreciate you sincerely. Indeed, in truth, I love you. Verse 17 says, It is well that you be believing. It is well that you be believing towards men and angels, but it is better to develop yourself. This is Jehovah talking in this particular part. Jehovah said, It is well that you are believing towards men and angels, but it's better to develop yourself. You have desired to know the mysteries of my unseen worlds and the past histories of the earth. That's what you asked for. Behold, I'll give you a new sense. Uh-huh. Ain't that dope? How many senses y'all got already that we already got? We got sight, we got hearing, we got taste, we got touch, right? What else you got? 5 senses, taste, touch. No, my mind tired right now, but this, But I'm gonna give you another one. I wonder how many more we gonna get along this journey of eternal life. Check it. Behold, I'll give you a new sense, which will fulfill your soul's desire, and with it you shall read the books in the libraries of heaven. In the past, have I not said all things? That's all. Is there anything outside of all, y'all? No. Creator said all things shall be revealed. So don't think that a loud speaking messenger will come, for man won't even believe him. But I quicken the righteous with my own hand, and they will comprehend without belief. They'll comprehend without belief. Why? Because they'll know. What does it believe? Verse 20, reference 20 says, that is, without belief is, within themselves they shall perceive the truth or gist of the matter, and thus perceive beyond that which is accepted as true, believed, quote unquote, to be true, merely because of traditions or guesswork, unsubstantiated testimony, manipulation of logic or emotion. Yeah, that's what belief is. Belief is not proof. You can believe anything. Don't make it real. Right? But if you know 2 plus 2 is 4, that's facts. You know your mama is your mama. Don't nobody got to tell you that you got to believe this is your mom. No, you know that. It's a difference between belief and knowing a thing. In the past, have I not said, Jehovah said, I told y'all I'm going to reveal everything. Don't think that it's going to be coming from a loud preacher, because you ain't going to believe the nigga anyways. Didn't you just say it? I don't care if an angel or God or whoever comes. I ain't going to believe him. Only by you, oh Father, because it ain't nobody between me and you. It's just me and you. So until my soul resonates with the highest light of righteousness and facts, I don't got to listen to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas can break their own back, whatever. But that's what it is. You ain't gonna believe a nigga anyway. If I sent you a nigga in a 3-piece suit preaching to, first of all, off top you already turned off because he got a 3-piece suit on, Armani suit. What you coming over here preaching to me for in your Benz and I think I'm pushing a bucket down the street and you ain't trying to help me Put no gas in it. What? I'm not listening to nothing you talking about. You see what I'm saying? The creator, even the true prophet, that's a fake prophet. Even the true prophets. How many true prophets y'all done murdered? You ain't listening to them. Creator said, I'm going to take it to your soul. I'm going to give it to you straight to your soul. The time of preaching, the time of preaching and believing is at an end. 21, 21, 21. This may seem by some a contradiction, which says being believing is on the right road. But the verses also recommends developing beyond belief. Beyond belief. And in verse 2, verse hold on, sorry. I'm going a little fast, I feel. Verse, I'm sorry, y'all. We learn it is because mere belief is insufficient to attain to Cosmon. In this day, we got to know why. You got to show me. You got to prove it to me. You can't just tell me to believe you, my nigga. Sorry. I get it. I rock with you. You ain't got to, you know what I mean? But for me and myself, if I'm talking about what happens when a nigga dies, I need something more than just, I need something practical. I can practice. That makes sense. I can comprehend. Today, you can't just be filling my head with fairy tales. No. Why? Because I'm a mature man. I'm not a child just believing stuff. When I was a kid, I was believing, just believing. When I grew up, I'm like, okay, what? I done believed all this stuff. Now how am I going to make it practical to help somebody else? You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. So let's keep going. It ain't just about preaching and believing no more. I know we love preaching. I ain't mad at preaching. I love preaching. But when you preachers out there, it's time to level up to proving, not just preaching sensationalism for your pocketbook. No. I need something that's going to actually make sense and practically. The time of preaching and believing is at an end. Man shall know by his own knowledge and practice that which he knows. In this my light is being manifested today. And again Jehovah spoke in heaven. In answer to Ty's prayer, and oh, I speed, baby, sky, earth, spirit came forth, being the first, being one. Mind you, we are students. The big brothers and big sisters said, here's a book, read it. It's your first lesson. It's one of the first fruits in this Cosmon era. You dig what I'm saying? So if you're a reader, you like to read, I would definitely inspire you to grab you an OWASP, download the PDF version you see right here on the screen, and let's see what it contains. We didn't read nothing evil. Nothing evil so far. Yeah, it's just a fun read, man. Like I said, there's so much stuff in here. But once again, salute to everybody who is standing 10 toes on Creator, man. With Creator and doing good for somebody else every day while you're trying to do the best you can for yourself. It's hard out here, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing easy, but collectively, as one unit, we all pray, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. But who really ready? Who really ready to be on Creator's side and stand up against all the genocide, all of the oppression, helping helping fatherless children, stop being selfish and learn to be selfless, increase your talents and abilities forgive people, reconcile with families. Like, what are we really ready? We've been praying for these inspirations and for the way. How does this happen? How do we do it? What happens when we die? What's our ancestors doing? My grandmama been gone for so many years. How many? You know what I mean? We gotta ask in faith. We gotta ask and do by faith. Imunah. Hit the nail right on the head. You see what I'm saying? Put a shield up around everything so we can stay in, you know what I'm saying, in alignment with the creator and his higher kingdoms. Cause all of them are, there's so many of them, bro. It's just crazy. But we all working on the same principles, all right? So I don't want to keep y'all too long. I surely appreciate y'all. And I hope y'all got some understanding on tonight that Tay or Tai means what? They responded to him who was almighty, and their voices were called Tai, because it is the universal word of all children born. So it represents the universal prayer of humankind. All humanity, all of our prayers, our highest light of ideals, our highest thoughts, our highest actions and unctions and functions is Tai. Where my baby at? Hold on. There she is. You talking about the highest light of functioning happiness and joy and power and strength and imagination and even frustration. You don't want to see Tylea mad. You don't want to see her upset. And I don't want you to ever try to upset her because you definitely don't want to see me upset. Ain't that right? But yes. Salute to everybody out there doing their best to be good mothers. Salute to Janelle Alyssa. You already know. Sweetheart, you already know. What's understood ain't gotta be said, ain't it? You dig? So yeah. I just love all y'all. Appreciate all y'all for coming through, rocking with your little brother, making it do what it do for an hour and 7 minutes. And we gonna rock out again. I'll be back on here later on. I send y'all away with much love, peace, balance, understanding. I hope y'all got it. Hope y'all keep getting it. As gods and goddesses in training. Salute to Millennium Zion. Salute to the Creator Gang. Salute. Big ups to my big brothers, the Four Horsemen. Cosmon Cal, Anak Wakaiki, the Cloud Kicker. Malachi Macabizzle, Honor and Humility, STL. You know what I'm saying? Selah Shalizi, you all we do. Big up yourself, big bro. The first man, copper-colored, nappy-headed gangster to come on here bringing a waspy to the YouTube streets. First nigga to put it on YouTube. My big brother, Selah Shalom, one of the Four Horsemen of the Creator Gang. And last but not least, big bro, Robert McCall. Brother Whirlwind, you see that tornado about to touch down, you got about 7 seconds to find shelter because promise you it's light bombs away. Four Horsemen, man. Move like an impenetrable unit. That's the source of all of the Creator Gang, Four Horsemen, and Tai. We move as one unit on the one, son. Let's get it. Bless up. Creator be praised, man. Let's rock out. Every day get better, man. That's all it's about. Bless up. I'm your little brother. Follow me on Prince Judavon, Cosmon, YouTube.com, Zion's Healing Hands on Facebook, Prince Judah, Yuda God, or Prince Judah on Instagram as well. All my big brothers' channels, Cosmon Cal TV, Selah Shalom TV, Honor and Humility STL, and Daryl Cosmon TV, right here on YouTube. Millennium Zion, I love my babies. Zion Leah, you know daddy right here. Tylea, I'm right here. Everybody that need me, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hiding from none of y'all. And to my enemies, if y'all want to smoke, nigga, guess where I'm at? Right here. Bless up.
sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the whole souls that been sleep on the couch. When you know what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud.
They pray deep where the pain don't hide. Down in the dirt where the hurt reside. He spoke one truth and the clouds slid wide, letting sun hit the block like a shift in the tide. They ask first, Father, make the unseen near, and the sky bow down just to make things clear. Teach me truth, let the pride disappear. Show me my flaws so the past steer clear. I seen broke hearts start breathing again. Seen doubts creep in when the spirit descend. When you call from the depth, ain't no falling back in. Jehovah raise you up, no Lord contends. Take away self, let the weakness confess. Turn a soul from the chaos to a place of rest. Seen a lost man stretch past the chains and the nets, cause the purpose stood firm under pressure and stress.
Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud.
I came from the low where the hurt sit deep, where the nights get long and the hope gets weak. But Tay's prayer hit, woke the pain out of sleep, made the whole hood feel what the wise ones speak. Make me strong in thee, and the chains fell down. Turn an unheard voice to a well-known sound. Fear is a thief, steady blocking your crown, but the truth punched through, knock the lies to the ground. Light up the heart, ditch the self-made clout, make the inner man glow, cause he truly devout. Seen deep wounds close from the inside out, seen a man gain hope where he once had doubt. OSP gave game that the world don't teach. Truth so complete, you can feel it in speech. Every lesson a reminder why we push for the peak, and only putting words to action bring the goal in reach.
Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up the old souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud.
Now the Cosmo and Erba got the world on shift. Dark clouds take flight like Ethereum ships. Souls lost in the rifts and the messenger swift. Bearing orders from Jehovah on a heavenly writ. Tay walk first, so the pathway clear. Ask creator for the truth, no vanity near. Make me upright, Father, keep my vision sincere. Let the old world fade, bring the new world here. I seen hope stay warm in the season of cold. Seen faith carry man down a beaten road. I seen the spirit hold firm with a massive load. Seen man stand pat when the plan unfold. Every creed that we chant get intention now. Every seed that we plant seek ascension now. Let Jehovah in your heart, ain't no stressing you out. Releasing all the tension that's been pressing you down.
Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up those souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud. Taste prayer hit the heavens when it's leaving the mouth. Wake up those souls that been sleep on the couch. When you knowin' what you know and ain't no speaking in doubt. And when Jehovah get to show and raise a king from a cloud.